statement you could put out if you're
on your head.
What a play!
I mean, bro, they are clipping on them.
We're going to be jumping straight into this one.
Here
again,
we go.
We've got cracking series. Elimination matches coming up in the second half of Friday, but for now,
I'm taking G2. Call me crazy. I don't give a shit.
This matchup, honestly, is very interesting just because I think, honestly, having Nas might, in some people's brains, even this out a little bit more. You have to
predictions are closed, everybody.
Playing at their peak.
Let's get it going.
A match yesterday to Power. It was a little interesting. Even game 2 had gone all the way to OT between the two of them. So BDS, it's really on the eyes for them to kind of get into the swing of things. And of course, all eyes are going to be on Nas here and the beginning stage of this game 1.
Yeah, G2.
50-50 split on the prediction.
As you said, BDS, there are a few question marks on that win.
Dude, I think they'll honestly probably be pretty decent with Nas.
That said, well,
I hope those words don't come back to bite me. Power yesterday took game 1 off of BDS, and then they lost the next 3 games.
Not playing with their full roster, but I mean, so much
G2 beat Limitless, but that's expected.
Definitely quality and sound.
They would have beat Limitless with me in there.
The longest amount of time to be able to scrim together and learn and understand. I'm sure Safu caught Nas up to speed.
Good save.
And as far
Remember, everybody, Beast Mode is not at
G2's
this tournament because he has some personal things going on.
So far, at least at the
so
beginning
Nas is
stages
filling
of this
in.
Right now, Atomic's going to drive that one.
I would say that's a pretty good fill-in player.
Great coverage there from Drawla to clear out mid, but I don't know, G2
this is Nas's real opportunity to prove himself.
Similar to the original game plan, holding down the fort in the midfield, letting Daniel have a little bit of space. Those cleanups, though, a little slower. I think that's...
I'm excited to see how Nas does.
Just trying to play the safe game here, especially against BDS.
Yeah, great start. A lot of pressure.
Stop saying personal things. He has diarrhea.
As well,
you think Beast Mode didn't come to the LAN because he had a bad case of diarrhea?
Well, and a fantastic warm-up for the World Championship.
What, is his stomach just backed up?
But here we go again, almost the infield pass. Nas,
I would have the old format.
Who
would have played one? I wonder if the old format would have played one.
Coming through. Atomic tries to drop it across. Double commit coming through from BDS as well.
I mean, last EWC Daniel didn't really have the best one,
and it's not stopping there. It's been 2 or 3 infields at this point.
They probably switch out if someone lost.
Finally, a little bit of a breather for BDS, but it's going to be short-lived. Here comes Atomic.
Nas has been on fire recently.
This was very reminiscent of the game plan we saw yesterday from G2 against Power. It was Daniel and Nas really working together.
Hey, Slim, thank you for the 15-month sub. What up, Tyler?
Solid third. And
who's gonna strike
really
first? Chat, remember, we have 4 banger series back to back today. After this, we have Falcons taking on Gen.G.
Eyes on you to try and make them uncomfortable. It's a little bit of a wide shot, slow follow here from Monkey Moon, but still scoreless.
It's been a while.
They've done well here, BDS, just to stave off
somebody. Thank you for the 11 months. Welcome in.
Miss coming through. Exotic can work with. Can he get the bump as well? He was trying. Dan, 5 boosts to work with. Still able to buy enough time for his teammates to get back. Great start here. Again, G2 not just showing up on offense, but once again, still not able to break through.
Dude, G2 honestly don't look bad at all. They definitely look like they're competing well right now.
Than their game 1 yesterday.
Definitely looking better than yesterday.
Which is expected.
I would hope so too.
But they honestly look pretty solid so far.
It was a slow start. Lots of ramping up to the end. You want to start on a strong foot.
Why is it not crew battles anymore? I think they want to make it just more RLCS-like, you know.
They were confident enough to even
play. The pro scene's all 3v3, so they probably want to stick to it.
They're like, okay, you want time off? Sure, have it. We can still give ourselves potentially.
The only issue I had with the crew battles is
less than 90 seconds.
And a lot of the players didn't really fuck with it because, like, if there were certain players that would go to the LAN and literally play like 2 games, like that was just dumb. Great play by Nas. Gets him off to a hot start, 1-0. Atomic goes up, taps it back to Nas. Nas gets it around 2, beats the 3rd with a tough angle. Good play by Nas.
Last man, and he said, well, if you guys are going, I'm going to join the party.
Safu coaching the fellas back there, looking great as always.
G2 finally opened it up.
Now the next question is, how quickly can BDS respond? It's been so long for them to find any sort of a decent play at this point, and G2 really, they've done an incrable job of knowing that balance between when to attack or not.
This would be a great start for G2 to win this
game. Less than a
game.
minute on the clock here. BDS, it really is not their game to control right now. Though, couple demos, an air dribble from Drawly, he's gonna go for the demo.
Fuck!
It works!
he just faked out the last minute as well. You could see Atomic, he was getting back in time. Danny, huge trouble as soon as this
Atomic,
the bump, the demo, but the
Atomic got demoed, Nash had a quick challenge, and they got it around him, and Daniel gets air bumped.
Perhaps their first attack of the game, and they've managed to tie it up.
All right, 1-1.
They look good. That was a great sign of life. That's more reminiscent of the BDS. A lot of people have been missing for a little bit now, but this one off the backboard. 2 touches to keep it out.
Moroccan versus Moroccan.
For comfort
oh, Nas and
Drawley over to Exotic. Shot
nice
on target, sent off by Nas. And I like this from him, too. Yesterday, there were a couple moments where Nas on defense, little shaky. And again, you guys have to remember, this is Nas's very first tournament on LAN.
I mean, the best thing you can do as well when you have these subs, these imports, and you don't have the chemistry, just let them get to work. Don't try and rely on them to be third man. And that's what they've done here. They've just put Nas up first man, and he's doing just that. Another shot, perhaps a late chance. Australia able to control this one. 3 seconds. Oh, we're going to get OT in game number 1. BDS might be able to find something. There's the demo. Dan with the clear, though. Monkey Moon wants to get
we got overtime
down.
in game 1.
Well done from BDS. I thought this was going to be G2's game.
I really did too. First few minutes were 100% G2's game, but BDS looking like they did against Power, getting back into the swing of things as quickly as possible, trying to find those golden goals again here in
that's a good chance.
Tries to go under.
Oh my gosh, good stop.
Nas can't finish it.
That was not easy for whoever the last back was.
Yeah, they were just too correct, but they're still on the attack. Atomic ceiling double. Drally with the pre-jump locked out. They
double commit out of the BDS guys.
Look at the pressure. Nash third man sitting so high. So much confidence against world champions on the other side.
He's got no boost.
Speaking of,
can't reach it.
Doesn't have any boost. Has to back off. Dan happy to clear that one down the other side.
Ooh, that's a great 50.
Uh-oh, Nas.
Gonna try and
slots
it in for
there we go, boys. Let's go, Nas. Good shit, bro. Gets a good opportunity.
The one
and slots it, finds the angle. It's to M80, good vibes. I mean, I'm sure M80 had good vibes. It's just they just kept losing at the same spot every time.
I don't think Monkey Moon is washed by any means.
Thank you guys for all the new follows today.
It's just
all right, we're jumping straight into game 2. We got in a little bit late. It is what it is.
Where like you're at like a high and then it just kind of dissipates a little bit. It's not impossible to get back into, but right now BDS mentally, that has been their biggest struggle.
Yeah, they certainly have had some series in majors and
I could definitely see a couple of these series going to game 5
on with the team, but at the same time, their peak is so incredible. As we said, there's a reason why most world champion in Monkey Moon, and well, they need to show.
I'm telling you guys, this team could definitely have a chance of making like top 4 in this event.
Sub's gonna play like this. They don't need him right now.
They're definitely gonna make top 8. It just depends if they get through that next match.
When they announced Nas was gonna be coming into this one, I was very curious.
They're way too
he's
talented.
Not a bad player. This isn't a slept-on, unknown guy. He's just in the early stages of his career right now. I mean, we saw him on M80. He was very consistent in where they were placing.
Yeah, this is series 1.
I think like most people have always wanted to see what he would look like on a top team.
I mean, you talk about M80, and we got Jorius as well on Chiefs. They just pick up anyone. AJ. Well,
maybe they just needed to all separate.
Yeah, everyone needs to split up and be the super sub. It certainly worked out for the Chiefs and G2 so far, but as you get into game 2, Atomic with a nice chance here. He's going to go the reset.
What was he going to say about AJ? Say it!
Almost Nas shot up again. This third man from G2, well, he's barely a third man at all. Second man coming in, another shot, another save from Exotic. 0 boost on his side. Drally, the only one on BDS, can get 100 as finally they just gather themselves down back.
Oh man, and you can see Nas lurking too.
Dude, Nas looks good, guys. Actually, that was Daniel, never mind.
We're able to take it away.
But other than that, Nas has looked pretty good today.
To
They're rocking the same fucking card design.
And enough boost in the tank to try and work with this here to the backboard. Gonna try and sneak
good save,
it through,
Nas.
But a great touch there from Nas to keep it out.
G2 with the clear downfield now. 2 minutes gone. A very similar story to game number 1. It's just been a low-scoring game so far, low-scoring series. Dan up top. Monkey Moon goes great speed from him. Gets the beat, but 0 boost on all of G2. Could be dangerous. Dan scoops up the back.
You're nervous for Nas?
He's thrown it away.
I mean, dude, I don't think Nas is probably nervous at all, man.
Nas, look at the read.
I mean, he's playing with literally like the elite of the elite.
Boost, Atomic fakes, then he goes, then
you know what I mean?
G2 once
like, if
again
he just does his job, they're going to do
the
good.
Speed that dictates
Gets it over one,
so
makes it awkward.
times.
Exotic's got no
You can
boost, just gives
physically see
Atomic
the
a free
ramp
shot.
up too.
I mean, that's a
And
great play
that's
by Nas.
Slightly where it starts to catch BDS off guard because they're like, oh, okay, it's going to be the same level of pace all the way
He's doing
back.
a great
I might have
job.
enough time to try and catch them, but no. It's so quick on rotation. As soon as Nas didn't get the touch, follow came through. It's too quick right now. Half the game
What happened to
left
BDS?
go
They look like
here in
ass.
Number 2, G2 up by
I mean,
one
BDS
still.
have
Like you
lost
said,
in
low
what,
scoring
chat?
game.
They've lost
Pretty
in
safe
top
all
8
the way
each
around from
LAN.
everyone.
Have they made a
It's been a
top
game
4
of
at
boost
LAN yet?
control, and we saw it in that last play.
I don't know if they-
BDS,
I know they
Exotic
left
just not
top
having the
8
boost to
at one
create
of
a
them.
solo. That just means you're going to space. What a pass, and what a shot from
I think they've
Atomic.
lost in
How
top
on
8
earth
each time.
Did Dan find this? You could see they
It seems like they struggle against like the elite teams.
But Dan
Like,
just
when it matters.
flicks it out. It's a deft pass, and Nas is happy with it on the play again.
Oh,
They're
man,
good,
I mean,
but
you
they're just
cannot
not
be happy
consistent
with
against
that
all
one.
the
That's
top
so
teams.
Clean, and honestly, it's so nice to see Atomic get
They
in
can't,
on
like,
it.
get
He's
over
been
that hump
sitting a
of
little
the-
bit
that,
further back. So it's nice to see him get
those
involved
teams each
here.
time.
2-0 lead. Exotic gonna try and cut that in half off the backboard. No connect there from Jolly means it's now transition for G2. Atomic to the backboard. This one read by Monkey Moon, and I like this from BDS.
BDS is the worst French team.
To utilize
I mean, we just saw
slowing
Gentlemates. I mean,
G2
I think
down
it's
as much
just-
as they can.
Well, pre-jump fake play as well. Atomic's up with Dan, but has to back off. Dan still finds the bump. He had no boost at all. I thought the
I mean,
play
we
was
saw
over. Atomic
Gentlemates lose to
pre-jump.
Chiefs
They
yesterday.
double committed, but in the end, Dan
Jory
just
is like
gets the
1v3
reset
them.
over the top and gets the flip into the bump on
There you go,
Monkey
Daniel.
Moon with
Daniel gets the
0
reset,
boost.
then gets
You
the
don't
dodge
know.
after. Nas is all
So
smiles on your left side.
Disgusting. And
They're
this
having
is
a good
what I
time.
was talking about too. G2 all the way around.
They honest
but
to God
Daniel
look
in
like they're
particular right
outpacing
now,
them.
Him and Nas
They just
are
look better.
so hyper aware of
Hey,
when
fellas,
BDS
I took
is
G2 in this
extremely
prediction.
low on boost. There was no more than 30 collectively between BDS
Remember
in
that.
that moment, which meant he had all the room in the world to work with. A minute 34 on the clock here. 3-goal lead.
No, you didn't.
3
I
goals
literally did my prediction
unanswered
before the
by
series.
BDS right
You're
now.
just lying for the
Nas
hell of it.
looking to turn it into 4.
Oh, Nas again. Look at the confidence. He's got to get above it. Exotic's
Dude,
gonna be
these
another
guys
one.
are just
Dan
like
walks it
shitting
in.
on them.
Nas as first
This
man
is
has
bad.
been phenomenal. We've got to give credit to Sathu as well.
This
His
is
coaching
bad.
performance. They've found a play style with no chemistry coming into this event.
I mean, they're
To be
literally
looking
just
like a team that's been
outpacing them in
together for ages.
everything.
Oh my god, it looks incredible.
All
I mean,
three of the guys
I
on
think
G2 look better
you and
than all
we've
three of them on
talked about it a
BDS.
number of times at this point, but to have, you know, the sense of awareness that it is
Johnny
just
Boy in
best
shambles
to
right now.
place Nas in a position where he is going to thrive, and that's a level of
I feel like
confidence that
ever
you have to
since
walk
like
into,
those
and you gotta
debates
give credit
started,
to that.
NA
Most
just got
people would
nothing
be
like they.
terrified
I
to
say
be
NA,
placed
but I
in this
mean
position
G2 has
on
done
your
nothing but
first
like
LAN,
shine.
But no, he's walking into it like he has been here the entire time.
Look at Atomic as well.
Yeah,
Just
I don't want to
so
say
much
NA
control,
because
low
it
boost,
honestly.
still
I
finds
mean,
a 50 on
SSG
two
made
of
top 8
BDS.
at the last major.
And I mean, 50 seconds left.
That's
Even
the
if they
same
do get
as a lot of the
last-minute
EU
attack,
teams.
It's a wifty coming through. Dan's going to lock it down.
That's a pretty good fucking
4-0
result.
to G2. This has been phenomenal.
Gen G made top
game
8
one,
both
they looked
majors.
Good, but
That's
BDS still forced an OT.
Yo, whoa,
This has
whoa,
just
I'm
been
yo, no,
distracting
back it
second.
up. I'm
And
actually
this is-
kind of sick of
honestly,
this
was
dick
kinda
riding
my
with
call
EU.
out for G2, 'cause
Can
I
anyone
felt
else
like,
agree?
okay, maybe
Like
if Nas's
BDS
first day isn't quite peak,
BDS
I have
got
a
top 8
feeling
both times. They
that
lost
it
to
is
NA every
literally
time they
just
play
going
them.
to progressively get better and
Fucking
better.
Gentlemates just
Atomic
lost
from
to
the
Chiefs.
sky.
What is happening? It's free
Fucking
play. They're
Chiefs,
just
bro.
clipping on well champs. What is this?
I mean,
Atomic
Atomic's
with the
over here
instant
clipping on 'em.
reset. Octane over to Bardowski.
SSG
If
made
you
top
don't
8.
mind as
Gen G
well,
made
to
top
get the
8.
fifth goal
G2
on
won the major.
board.
Is it
I
time
mean,
to start
these guys
saying
might
NA
just
is
be
the best
cruising their
region
way
by
to the
miles?
playoffs. G2, is this a statement or what?
This is probably the biggest statement you could put out if you're
On your head.
What a play!
I mean, bro, they are clipping on them.
Double it in.
They are
Atomic.
clipping on them.
He's been forced to sit back for the past 2 days. Finally, dude is in on it, getting the clips of his own.
As the great teammates would say, Mercy, here's the gold! He's been so quiet, Atomic, and not in a bad way. He's just been letting Nas go to work, but back to back, 10 seconds apart, absolutely clipping on BDS. Wowee, what a game 2. And to keep a clean sheet if everything goes well in this last 5 seconds, this is unheard of.
Yeah, this is actually insane. This is, I'm sure, the expectation that G2 had coming into this, but a lot of people were slightly doubtful of it. But my goodness, Nas, this is honestly, in my opinion, and you are the pro here, but it's career defining.
Forget rent, forget food, forget housing.
They've only conceded 1 goal so far.
You know what I mean?
This series, which is nearly just as impressive. I know when you
it might be time to have that conversation.
Period, you can just kind of pop off offensively, but structurally they look fantastic as well.
Yeah, and that again, it's all due in fact that G2 are very understanding of when to play it safe, when to keep that.
Oh!
Just call
it. Yeah. Oh, you see Monkey Moon? Y'all see Monkey Moon? He just did things like.
He's just an outright.
Oh, bro, he's about to lose his shit. He's about to lose his shit. Watch it, everybody. We might see some hands thrown over there on that BDS side.
It doesn't end here. You can bring a sub in, and it's still, you can't stop.
Oh my god.
Esports. BDS though, I mean, they're trying. It's not like they're not trying, and it's not like.
Yeah, I mean, I had G2 winning this series, but I did not have them looking like they're gonna 3-0 it. I thought it would probably go to game 5.
There were question marks yesterday. They did get the win 3-1 over Power, but those question marks have turned into exclamation marks in terms of how we're looking, how this lineup is.
I mean, we are seeing an incredible performance out of G2 right now.
On the World Championships as well in a couple weeks' time, but for now, I mean, this isn't even G2's full form. It shouldn't be the peak G2. They're missing beast mode. He's sitting at home. Probably, I don't know what he's doing at the moment. He's probably shooting some hoops or something.
That, or he's freaking out a little bit. He's like, oh my gosh, I didn't think NASA's going to do this good.
Oh, again, the double could be coming through.
I don't think beast mode's thinking my spot's on the line.
Can get anything to work here. He doesn't quite have it. The ball's too
Motherfucker just won MVP at the major.
Shot on surely. There's the goal, but Monkey Moon has just missed. He
Could Monkey Moon have scored that?
But that's just the story of BDS so far.
And the one thing I gotta say is, for the amount of time 2/3 of BDS is always near, low, or none on boost is actually terrifying. So G2, you made mention to it, I think in the first
BDS
game, that
scored
G2's
a goal
boost
yet?
game is incredible right now, and that really is causing a lot of problems for BDS. It's slowing down a lot of their attacks right now, and it's really forcing one person to go up. This is pretty much the most that they've had in the most space. Drawley, Monkey Moon flips off the play. The cleanup is wide.
Yo, chat, don't take this weird. It's just a question, okay? If you're an EU fan, what are you thinking right now? Just the people that are EU, what are you thinking right now?
Can he get the read? He's going to wait on it. He sort of tries to get an infield, but look at this. There's just no one there.
Here we go with the EU shit. No, I'm just asking a question.
Monkey Moon.
It's just a question, right?
There's just always a hand up there for G2. Defensively, as we said, just as impressive as down the other end.
And now they're heading into that other side there. Nas ends his touch with a bump. This one clears back into the blue side here. They're going to try and send it back.
Yeah, I'm an EU fan, and NA is way better. You have better teams.
Even on low boost, though. This one, it's a shot.
G2's way better than all of us.
Off by Exotic around the corner here.
SSG's better than all of us.
And I will give props to G2. They know when
I'd take your old XSET team over all these teams.
And that's really
what's kind of back in the day,
slowing BDS down for me, because
I appreciate that.
with their transitions. It's making things
Applin, thank you for the 8-month sub. I appreciate that, Applin.
He's got that drilled into me.
Thank you.
There'd be nightmares. I reckon he's a drill sergeant. He's an army sergeant sometimes. He's that man, Sath, but for now, this is again, they've got that 1-goal lead. They don't need to score, but they have overcommitted here. BDS is just wide open. In fact, this just landed on it.
Yeah, is it over?
Green in the bottom left.
Is it over?
He's loving it. They're having a time.
I think it might be over, ladies and gentlemen. It might be over.
Okay, to be fair,
it's over, ladies and gentlemen.
South, you peeking around.
Oh, another one! The G2 fellas have nothing but smiles.
Coming out as well. You can always see
they read the fake kickoff, and they hit it straight in.
Once again, we're seeing
damn
plays. We're seeing moves that don't happen.
Damn, man, this is sad to watch.
But this,
come on, man, I want a better matchup.
Come
on, EU.
11 goals to 1 for the series.
As an EU fan, it's chucked.
I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm upset for y'all, bro. I am upset for y'all. This is sad.
It is doable, however, with the way things have been looking.
On your head. Good night! Good night! Good night! I mean, they'll beat them with any roster.
Get him off the
stage.
Oh my gosh, chat. Elias with the prime sub. Thank you, Elias.
Crazy.
Dan, thank you for the big 5-month sub. Winberg, thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate the love, fellas.
This is insane.
I mean, this is an absolute ass beating.
Left on the clock here. BDS
you are witnessing a fucking ass beating.
Do something that is gonna scare Limitless and Power.
So we are gonna see BDS in the lower bracket, where they are gonna play Power again.
G2. They're just gonna keep piling it on. 1 minute left to go.
Wow.
I mean, I know Power's
wow,
played BDS, but the way they're playing right now, if I'm Team Power, if they do get the win over Limitless, I'm licking my lips at this potential rematch in the bottom half of the bracket to get through to the playoffs.
Wow.
Atomic now again.
I'll be honest, I did not have this happening like
BDS,
this.
there's 40 seconds left. G2 have just absolutely destroyed. They've made this team, they've made BDS look second rate. At times it feels like free play, and I don't know, Sathu looks like he's just having the time of his life in behind him.
Yeah, the fact that, you know, a lot of the times you see coaches sitting behind them and it's a little straight-faced or like, okay, I'm prepping for what I'm going to say to you guys next. No, he knows that what they did in preparation
you
for
get
this
to lose
weekend
to
was
some Reiki
more
players. They are so
than
ass
enough.
might as
I
well
think
retire.
Everybody has exceeded expectations here at this point. You're just having fun. 10 seconds left on the clock. G2 Esports with the addition of NAS. 3-0 sweep BDS and qualify for the playoff stage.
A 3-0 sweep.
Chat, new tweet up. New tweet up on Twitter.
Goal managed on the side.
If you want to go get involved, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think.
Kepane hasn't won Worlds since 2019. Keep that in mind before you glaze your whole 1 month load of cream.
Shut the fuck up, kid. Then he had to stay on the wall.